Is anybody around? How's it going out there? Welcome those of you who have nothing better to do with yourselves than to watch an old man with hardly any hair left, homeless. Actually, I'm not homeless, but we're alive and well in Palm Desert, California, at least for the winter anyway. Welcome all to this gentleman's channel. It's called Stock Markets with Bruce, and I'm Bruce. So welcome to the show. They call me Uncle Bruce around here, among other things. And it's nice to have you here, everybody. Welcome to the show. A couple of things coming through the wire. The initial jobless claims are up 12,000 this week to 218,000. And the U.S. trade deficit in goods widens to 90 billion in November from 89 billion in the prior month. A couple of things there. That could be good for the market as an initial, good bit of news. Lousier reports means interest rates could go down. That's the keeps driving this narrative. So we'll see if this really happens or not. Yeah, welcome to the party, pals. Have you guys noticed? Have you guys noticed in the last week or so, in particular? I think in the last week or so, the absolute number of videos that are out talking about Sofi and what it's going to do. And have you noticed how many videos are out now about Rklb all of a sudden? Have any of you kind of caught that? Now, of course, depending on what your search history is about on YouTube, you may or may not be suggested videos on these topics, but I sure am. And I'm looking at a video, who's this person, and another video about Sofi, who's that person, another video about Sofi, who's that person. Some people I recognize and many I don't. It's almost like a new wave of interested parties, and there's a lot of positive videos coming out about Sofi and its potential. Fantastic. I say great. Okay, keep it coming. I love it. Talk about a $50 Sofi. It started to surface up here. It's starting to bubble up. A $50 target on Sofi by people who are going, this short squeeze is real. This thing is going to pop. You're just watching right now at 1034 a share. You're watching the very beginning of the beginning. And I think some folks are saying this is kind of like GameStop when it finally broke $10 a share back in 2000, because all spring and summer and most of the fall, it was $4, $5, $6, $8. And there was this talk about, once it gets 750, that'll be it. And it'll get to 9, but that'll be that. 10 will be a barrier like you can't believe. And it wasn't. By the time GameStop reached $10 a share, the word was out about the short squeeze, about the incredible short position on GameStop back in 2020. We don't have exactly the same story here, because you will never have exactly another GameStop story. That was a one-off. Each stock is a one-off in its own unique way. On the Sofi front, we do have a very interesting situation here. We have a company that is gaining momentum corporately as a much more successful, a successful banker that keeps growing. It's not much more. They're growing 40% a year. They have been adding to their numbers for years, and it still continues. There's not that hasn't stopped. Number of members, cash flow, loan revenues, and other revenues from their technology side. It's phenomenal. It's an AI fintech story. Totally unlike GameStop, completely different. But the short position on GameStop or on Sofi, that is the question. I'm curious about this position on SoFi. We've got 141 million officially shorted. Officially, um, about 4 months ago, we were at 110 million shorted. Now it's 141, 142 million shorted. And there's all kinds of talks out there, all kind of talk out there going, oh, it's easy to borrow this stuff. It's no problem. There's stock available everywhere to borrow to short this stuff and da 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 da. Okay, but I'll say this: every time this stock goes up another dollar now, from went from 7 to 10 where we are now. Okay, let's face reality. We've moved up $3 since early December to here. Great. The next $3 move to 13.35. That puts the short people, the shorters, into trouble because that's a $500 million in losses. That 142 million shares times $3 is what, 420. That's $420 billion. 420, yeah, billion. I can't even do the numbers anymore. It's ridiculous how much money we're talking about. It's about $500 million. 420 million, $430 million worse off. If it goes to $15, and nothing stops this stock from doing that. There is no wall of imaginary stock that's going to stop it from going there. If it went to $15, and that's another roughly $5 gain from here, 700 million in losses for the shorters and counting. And they're not short at $10. They're short at $6.50, $5.75, $7.25. They're short down there. At $15, they have doubled their loss. In other words, every dollar they've received in short revenue or short cash, now they need another dollar to cover it, just to cover it. And to cover it, if it goes to 15 and now they want to get out of their shorts, they will move the market to 20 to 25. That increased desire for paper will pop the market to 25. Now, a couple minutes ago, I said $50. I said $50 a share. That's what's being bandied about here and there. And I get it. Yeah, if we run to 2025, we got another wave of buying coming in, because now you get the Johnny-come-latelys who know nothing about SoFi, who have never followed SoFi before, who didn't give a crap about the company or the stock. Now they're coming into a winner that has run up from 7 to 25. They want in because they're hearing 50 to 100. They're going to hear talk of it's going to 100 a share. That'll take it to 50. And so you kids who are hanging around here going, Bruce, I've been in this thing for 2 damn years, 3 years, almost 3 years I've been into this. And from your lips to God's ears, wouldn't that be great? Well, I can tell you, this upside move that can kick in on SoFi will be brutal and will be unforgiving. There will be no mercy, okay? The stock was under $10 on Tuesday this week, and all last week it was under $10. And anyone had plenty of time last week to buy it up, buy stock at 950, 40, 60, 970, whatever, just buy it up. But people didn't, because they were going, well, there's that $10 barrier, because there were those who are believers, but to a point. I trust you, but I don't believe you. I believe you, but I don't trust you. I love SoFi as long as it gets to $9.99. After that, I have no faith in the stock whatsoever. That was the mentality up until Tuesday. And now we're at 10:36 this morning. We've been at 10:40-ish kind of already. We're going to break $11 here at any time. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. If we break the 11 barrier, we begin to threaten the high of the 52-week high, 1170. We zero in on that and break 1170. Guess what's next? Not 12, not 13. 14 to 15 is next. That's where we're next. So this momentum will accelerate. And that's what I'm talking about. Every penny higher right here, right now, is another penny of complete losses for shorters. There are no shorters out there with a $20 average. No one shorted this at 20 and has been doing this and daring the stock to come and get them. Anyone who shorted this stuff at 20, it was done in 2021. That's over. This is 2024 coming up next week. So every penny we go up here is another whole bunch of money lost by shorters. Every dollar, 141, 142 million dollars, a dollar per buck. And I'm assuming it's 142 million shorted. I don't know. I cannot tell you if there are actually 300 million shorted because of how many put contracts are out there that people are, that they're into. I don't know. I don't. We'll find out. We're gonna find out. It's gonna be so much fun. Cash secured put writers are loving every minute of it, and put buyers are getting crushed. Put buyers are losing everything. And the thing about that is, whatever you put into it, you could lose all of it. The best part about being a cash secured put writer is you wrote it for $4, $3.50, and it goes to 50 cents. You're a happy camper. It's wonderful money, and now you can roll to a higher strike. Yeah, this is going to be something. GameStop went up $1 yesterday. No one's talking about it. There aren't very many videos on GameStop right now. I don't see very many videos on YouTube about GameStop. Do you? I don't. It's 18.29 this morning. Closed last night at 18.37, up $1. We did have volume yesterday of what was it, 4.8, almost 5 million shares. Nothing incredible, but hey, nothing incredible. Went up $1 on nothing incredible volume. That's telling. That definitely is a sign, something I'm paying attention to. Stock went down to 1170 in December. It can certainly come back to the 2022 level without any fanfare whatsoever. Once our friend Mr. Cohen makes his first move, then we will be shown a lot. We will really be shown what is going to happen. It's going to be something else. Rklb. Rklb is sitting on a bunch of money, virtually no debts. They got $1.1 billion in orders for their services. Build rockets, launch satellites into space. They're probably netting out 40% profit margin on every rocket they launch going forward, because all the bills, all the costs, all the design work, that was all paid for in the last 2 years. They've covered all their, initial, get the bugs out of the system and stuff. They've virtually gotten rid of that. They're to the point now that every launch they make, it's a moneymaker. And with 1.1 billion in launch orders in their pocket, they're going to be scrambling in the next 2 years to get those rockets up there, at least 2 years, if not longer. It's going to take them a while to get all those done. By the time they get half of what they've got ordered up into the space there, they'll probably have another $1.5 billion in orders. They'll be at $2 billion back ordered. This company's back orders are going to reach $5 billion, in this man's humble opinion, over the next couple of years. They're going to have $5 billion in advanced orders all the time. And they're going to ramp up to $1 billion a year, $1.5 billion a year. They'll grow that cash flow big time. This stock at 570 something, complete joke, 572 right now. This is a stock that, without any doubt in my mind, will reach $20 on fundamentals. But hey, you got to be patient enough to enjoy it. Write cash secured puts. If you don't want to buy the stock, you don't have to buy any Rklb. Just write $5 cash secured puts, $6 cash secured puts. Enjoy. Just like with Sofi, don't write calls right now. Write cash secured puts on Sofi. That's where you make your money. And you don't have to worry about the stock running away on you. As a matter of fact, you'd be happy if it ran away on you. If it wants to back off, back to $8, and you've written a $10 call or a $10 put, $9 put, $11 put, you've been given an upfront premium to do that, you're buying the stock for less, nicely less. And you're going, thanks, I'll buy the stock with this cash that I put up. No problem. I'll turn around, write calls on it if I need to, but theoretically, I could just sell the stock back into the market and then just do it again, or write some more cash secured puts or whatever the market's at. That's all right. Long-termers, I think you'll do well. Should be a ton of fun. A ton of fun. Those of you who join me here every day, all the time, every week, every month, live or on reruns. You're not here only because you like SoFi. You're not here only because you follow GameStop or you're into Rklb or Matterport or any of the other former SPACs that I talk about. You're not here for that. You're kind of here for some of it, but that's not the big reason you're here. The main reason that there are 181 people watching me right now, most of those folks have become option writers. They've become writers of options, and they are the folks who are going, Bruce, I love following these small stocks, and I love following these stories, and I love writing cash secured puts on the SoFi and Rklb. I'll do that, and on GameStop, I'm all over it. I'll buy deep in the money calls on GameStop and write calls on those. Oh yeah, I'm an option writer. But I also write options on everything else. And now I'm covering the whole channel here. Some of my viewers only write credit spreads. That's all they do. They just create iron condors. They create credit spreads on calls or puts. Some viewers here only do cash secured puts. Some only write calls on stock they own. Others are kind of a little of everything, including poor man covered calls. It runs the gamut here. But the reason that they do what they do here and the way they're doing it is because over the 2 years plus, that coming up to 3 years now that I've been on the air here, and certainly 2.5 years of time that I've spent talking to you about how you can write options for cash, you've all figured out this is a way to make money in the market. It just works for me. And I love hanging around with this family of viewers, these members of this channel who are really into option writing. And this is great. This is a family of option writers that I can't find anywhere else. There's very few places you can go where you're hanging out with just option writers. Most option players are gamblers who, buy out of the money calls with a couple of weeks to go and risk it all and try to find the lottery ticket win. That's the option business. And that's exactly what you have figured out around here, that there are a lot of gamblers out there. And these people are crazy. They're putting money down on bets that just have so little chance of anything happening. This is great stuff. So yeah, we're into option writing and we're into taking money off the table. Absolutely. Alberto, thank you, my friend. I got it. I'll get back to you. We'll get a one-on-one together. Looking forward to that. Yeah, those of you who want to have a one-on-one session with me privately, send me a private email. Let me know and just say, hey, Bruce, I'd like to have a one-on-one with you. It's the end of the year. I want to review where I'm at and what my life's all about. I want to talk to you about some of the other viewers. Let me know, and we'll try to find a slot, and we'll get you together. Anyway, option writers are hanging out here big time, and option writers who hang out here a lot. Let's put it this way: the people who hang out here the most are making the most money in the market. Simple as that. If you are here a lot, it's because you're successful. Very few people hang around with a YouTube channel live and lose money and keep coming back. It just doesn't work that way. People who are here all the time are making money. And those who come in here occasionally look into it and think about it, and then they come back and think about it, and they never do anything. And that's life. That's true. And then I get the viewers who kind of come in here and they don't believe it. They are told that if you hang around here, you'll notice how viewers who write these comments, how they're doing, and you'll notice that they're kind of happy, and they're very skeptical, as they should be. I mean, how many times have you been promised this is a sure thing, right? There is no sure thing. The only sure thing I can tell you about is if you want to become an option writer, you had better be willing to study it, so that you can appreciate what it is you're going to do and how you're going to do what you're going to do. And you understand and appreciate the entire market that you're entering, so that you really grasp what the entire option market really is about. You have to understand your adversary, because if you want to make money in the option market, somebody else has to lose money, because this isn't printed pretend money that shows up out of nowhere. It's existing cash that's out there that you're now taking a chunk of. The good news is If you are going to deal in less than $100 million a trade, you're not going to affect the market. So don't worry if you're going to do $1,000 option trade or a $3,000 thing, or you're going to write calls and bring in $5,000 or $18,000. You're not affecting the market. You are a nothing, okay? Which is what you want to be. You want to be in and out like a sniper. You want to just pick off your profits, and nobody knows where it came from. Who took that money? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea where that money went. It went to you. And I will tell you that the reality is that those who write contracts as a specialty are generally institutional traders. It's institutional traders. They're the ones who write options. And they too are mega snipers, with many of them. Snipers at every stock, at every index contract, at every expiry day, every strike price. There are snipers everywhere that are picking off easy money. And I'm just trying to convince you to become your own sniper. That's it. And if you can be smarter than half the existing market, you're going to make money. Now, if you can be smarter than 3/4 of the option players, you're going to make a lot of money. And if you can be in the top 10 percentile, which is kind of my objective for you, you're going to make a killing here. You're going to make ridiculous money. But you got to want it enough to make some sacrifices to get it. Simple stuff. If you want to be a good car mechanic, you better become an educated mechanic. If you want to become a motorcycle rider professional, you better be good at riding a bike. If you want to become a singer, you better be singing all the time, wherever you are, every chance you get. You want to be a comedian, you're going to nightclubs and you're trying to get on stage, and you're going to get booed off many a time before you get it right. You want to be an option writer and make money in this market, you better understand this market and how it works. And the number one thing to do is not make mistakes. And one way to not make mistakes is to understand the game as you enter it. And one way to do that, my suggestion to everyone who's ever been here, who's always here, there are 17 classes I've now produced with these people as students over the last 2.5 years. And they're available on my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. So head over here and check out my website, and you will find the 17 classes that are available for you to take. You'll see my homepage right there. It's pretty simple. Stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. That's a Canadian website because I'm a Canuck. Then there's my tab that says classes, and then you're into classes number 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. You can take these anytime you want, in any order you feel you want to take them. Totally up to you. There they go. There's 14. There's 15. There's 16. There's 7. We just did 17 just 3 weeks ago. 17. You can take these classes whenever you're ready, one at a time. And that way, you took class number 1 and you hung out here for a week or 2 and it's just not for you and you walked away. Well, you know what? You didn't waste thousands of dollars on some kind of an options course and got nothing out of it. You put $150 on the table to say, here's for class number 1. I'm going to take class number 1. And if you want to continue, pick up class number 2, $150. And your timing is your timing. You want to watch a class a day, so in 17 days you get this done. Oh, if you're that intense, go for it. If you're happy doing a class a week or 2 classes a week or 3 a month or whatever, you figured out. It's like a stay-at-home study course, but there's no textbooks. There are no tests. There's no, you must take this in 3 days or you will blow it. None of that stuff. It's up to you. And if you find that you've got a little time on your hands, you find that Friday nights or Saturdays or Sundays are the day for you to take these courses, and you might take a class every Sunday and then think about it all week long. Hang out here during Monday to Friday with us, and then on Sunday you take the next course, the next class, and so on. Up to you. But you're going to decide how much research you're going to do into this topic. And the more you learn about how this works, I think the better you're going to get. And the folks who are here can attest to this, whether you watch the commentary on my show live, or if you're part of my Discord group, not my Discord, you're part of a Discord group that this channel is affiliated with that I don't run in any way. You'll find from the Discorders, here's what you want to do with those classes. I have total confidence that almost all of these folks who are members of this channel will tell you, take the classes. But hey, you don't have to take my classes. You can go on to Google. You can go on to the internet. You can go to YouTube. You can go many other places and learn all about options, because there's a lot to learn about options that I don't talk about. There's all kinds of option trading I don't talk about. I don't go into, because I like to keep it simple, stupid. I like to play it in plain English. I am thinking in my mind that 95% of the people who find me on this channel and who hang around here probably came into this option thing knowing jack squat about options. Nothing. No clue. They heard about them. They've been told they're the riskiest investment you could make. You can lose all your money. If you write options, you'll lose your stock. You've heard nothing but horror stories about options. And yet, you've asked yourself, well, if it's so dang bad, why is the option market growing at leaps and bounds? Why are more people getting into the options if they're so bad? And some of you found me because you heard the lottery ticket stories. You've read them, you've heard about them, you've caught them once in a while, you've seen a video about it where some university student, $200,000 in student loan debts, took $5,000 somehow and wagered it all on an option trade and turned it into $500,000 and paid off their student loans and lived happily ever after. And you believe that stuff because it's a wonderful fairy tale that we all want to believe. After all, that's why Hollywood does what Hollywood does. There's probably some truth to these kinds of stories. There are people out there who do get fortunate with their option trades. Yeah, there are some people who've made a lot of money on option trading. But the so-called idea of I'm down to my last couple of $1,000 and I've turned this into a huge one, those, I'm sorry to say, are unlikely to be accurate. There might be some truth to some of these, but if you went back to that story and then watched part 2 of that movie, then you saw the other side of that story. Option writers, that is what I try to create, is option writers. You sell a contract first at the highest price you can get for, and then you buy it back down here, and you keep that as your profit. In other words, I can guarantee you will not make $1 million on one option right trade that I ever talk about around here. And I can tell you that you watch my viewers here, none of them make $1 million on one option trade that they do. If they're a writer, they can't make that much money. The reason is simple. If you are a writer of a contract or contracts in plural, you're going to write maybe you write 50 call options at $300 an option. That's $15,000 that's coming in the front door. If I got my math right. You're not able to make $1 million on that trade. If you bring in $15,000 in cash in credit on an option right, the most you can make is $15,000. That's all you can make. Because if the contract goes to zero and it dies worthless, you've made 15 grand. You didn't make 1.5 million. You made 15,000. If the next contract you write is a $30,000 credit and it goes to zip, you've made $30,000. Again, you did not make $1 million. But around here, what's happening is viewers of this channel consistently write contracts and credit spreads and all kinds of different contract positions that they've learned about from the classes and hanging out here. And they're consistently bringing in thousands of dollars into their accounts. Every time they do different trades, they're bringing in this dough. They close out their positions and they create new positions and they roll over positions, and they're constantly monitoring and administering their accounts. These folks are becoming asset managers. They're becoming little miniature hedge funds, little mom and pop stay-at-home hedge funds. And some of these folks have done and are doing well enough now, and it doesn't take long, where they've quit their day jobs. They've completely changed their career trajectories. They don't work at the office anymore. They only work as consultants out of their house. They don't work for anybody. They only manage contracts. It goes on and on and on. It goes higher and higher and higher, where there are viewers here who are in a position anytime they want, anytime, they can decide, I'm going on a holiday right now. I'm going to Mexico for 2 weeks at an all-inclusive resort. I found a really good deal, because they don't become stupid spenders of money. They're very wise with their capital. They figure, I got a really good deal at this 5-star resort for 2 weeks. My wife and I are going down there, and I'll trade from down there. And they find that I'm still writing contracts from Cancun. I'm writing contracts from wherever. I'm on a cruise ship and I'm writing contracts. I'm in an RV that I rented for a month, and I'm writing contracts from the campgrounds that I'm going to see, or the state parks, or the federal parks, or wherever it is you're going with the RV. There are folks here who have flown to Europe for an extended holiday for a month or so. They visited a couple of cities, and they're writing contracts from there. It never ends. Whereas if you leave your job for a 2-week holiday, you are out of the office and you're so-called out of comunicado. Promotions are being discussed, and you're not part of the promotion discussions because you're not here. He's always on holiday all the time. We can't make that guy a manager. Forget that. Where in this business, the option writing business, it doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing. As long as you got an internet connection, you got one of these things, you're in business. You are in business, and you're in control of your life at all times. So welcome to the party, pal. But you got to want it. And it comes right back to that again and again and again, back to the bottom line. If you're going to succeed as a university student, a college student, and come out with honors classes, you worked your butt off. If you're going to become the best lawyer in the law firm that you've joined, it's going to take 10, 15, 20 years of experience to get to that. You're going to work 10, 15, 20 years to get to that level. You're going to work your butt off. And there are those who want that. There are those who don't want that. There are lawyers who graduate, kids out of law school that go, I just want to make a nice living. I don't want to be the owner of this place. I just want to make a nice living. Well, you can make a really nice living as a lawyer, or as a doctor, as a plumber, as an electrician. But as an option writer, same thing. You can make a nice living, or you can make an extravagant living. The question is, how bad do you want what you want? And that's a matter of how much time do you want to put in to this part of the investment business to learn how it's done. And like I said, what's happening here from time to time is some folks come in here and go, I just want to make $1,000 a month more in cash. If I can get $1,000 a month out of my options trading, I can pay that towards my $10,000 credit balance, my debit balance on my credit card. So, I'm making the minimum payment, which is what, $300-400 a month. And I want to make $1,000 a month on the side, trading, writing options. And I'll knock my balance down $1,000 a month. And for 10 months, I'll do that. And I'm not going to spend any more on that damn credit card. I don't want to be in credit anymore. I don't want to be debt anymore. And once I've done that, I have reached my objectives. There's people who've started writing options, doing exactly that. And then everything blew apart. What happened was they didn't make $10,000 in 10 months. They made $10,000 in 3 months, and they knocked it off in 90 days. And they went, now what do I do? And they've got this $3,000 a month coming in, $4,000 a month coming in, and they're just going, I can't believe it. I can't believe how much money I can make doing this. This is insane. It doesn't seem to matter how many of these I write. It's the same trade every time, no matter how many I do. And yet the dollars keep coming in. And so people change their game plan. They go, okay, well, I paid off that credit card. I got a car loan that's got $18,000 to go, and that's a 12% damn thing. I can pay that off anytime I want. So they rack up $12,000 in cash, pay off the car loan, and then they do the math with their expenses and budgets, and they realize, Well, without a minimum payment on my credit card and without a car payment that I have to pay, my life expenses have just gone down $800 a month. It's $800 a month cheaper for me to exist. What else can I knock off that I can lower my cost of living by? And how much am I making at my job, by the way? Every 2 weeks I get how much clear? How much do I get net? I get this much, and my expenses now are that much or that much. I'm ahead of my expenses now, and this extra cash is coming in, and I'm that much ahead. Well, maybe I should top up my 401k or my IRA or my RRSP in Canada or my TFSA. Maybe I should allocate cash now towards my future. You weren't thinking about this 6 months ago. 6 months ago, you were trying to go, can I just make $1,000 a month to take some of the heat off my paycheck so I can just knock off this damn, I can't pay the credit card off. I can only carry the damn thing. I can't get rid of it. That was where you were. Now you're here and you're going, this is a whole lot different than I thought about. And this happens here all the time. And for those who want it, it happens all the time. And so there you go. You got to decide for yourself. Anyway, welcome to the party, pal. Look, I want to talk to you guys about something else. I promised my Gold Bagel members some info on another topic. And I wanted to talk about the Magnificent Seven shares out there. Don't mind me. I'm getting nice and warm now here in this room. Hang on. I got to take off my sweatshirt. Thank you all for joining me here. Look, the Magnificent Seven, all right? We're talking about Facebook, Amazon, Google, Tesla, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and Apple. Those are the Magnificent Seven shares that have dominated the markets. You've heard all about how they dominate the trading, and they're responsible for the biggest move in the indexes, and on and on and on and on. Right? You've heard all about it, and there's some interesting information coming out about them that I thought I'd share with you. And it's nothing. This is nothing earth-shattering, but I wanted to make you aware of something. There are a lot of people out there who are experts, quote unquote, and they're known as technicians. They are technical analysts about you name it, including the stock market. And if you're into mathematics, is the stock market ever for you? But there's something called the RSI. The RSI, that's known as the Relative Strength Index. And what the RSI does, it measures how a stock is either overbought or oversold or neutral. And it's a 0 to 100 scale. And the higher the number goes, the more overbought a stock is. And the lower the RSI goes, the more oversold it is. And 50 is the middle. 50 is complete neutral. All right. So there are experts out there who look at the RSIs very carefully, and they plot charts, and they look at historical trading patterns of the indexes or particular shares or particular sectors of the stock market, maybe the real estate sector or the banking sector or the software sector, you name it. But the Magnificent Seven each has its own RSI index rating. And I wanted to tell you what those are. And I found this to be interesting. The highest RSI stock out there of the Magnificent Seven is Facebook, Meta. It's a 67. Now, 70 and over is generally considered to be an overbought stock, like way overbought. So if you've got a 70 or a 75 or an 80 and anything beyond that, you are way on the top of the chart. Like, it's nuts. If you're over 90, 95, they say that the needle is stuck, and that stock is way out of whack with reality. It happens. It happens on many different shares from time to time. And the opposite, if it goes down below 30, it's way oversold. Down to 20 or 10, I mean, this stock is hated by everybody. There's only one direction the stock could probably go from there. It might bounce back. Anyway, Meta, Facebook, is a 67. Amazon is a 64. It's the second highest. The third highest is Google, 64. Fourth highest is Tesla at 58. Then Microsoft is a 56. NVIDIA a 55. Interesting on NVIDIA. And Apple is a 54. It is the lowest RSI of the Magnificent Seven. There are people out there who make investment decisions on many factors, one of which is the RSI. And they look at that very carefully and they go, if the RSI is neutral or lower and it's a favored stock, I'm interested. And I am seeing reports and comments about how analysts are predicting the future of Apple shares. And they're predicting the future of Apple shares at $400 a share, $450 a share. The stock right now is 193 something, if I'm last noticed. Apple shares 193.70. There are those who claim the stock is going to go to the 400 level in the next year or two. Well, the RSI is 54. It is not 94. It is not even 74. So I found that to be interesting. NVIDIA is a 55, and NVIDIA for the last several quarters now has blown their numbers out the door with way higher sales than even the company was forecasting, way higher sales than the street was forecasting, much higher profits, and they're buying back stock in billions of dollar amounts. They're just trying to buy back their stock. It's a 55. It is still relatively low. Microsoft is a 56, and I find Microsoft interesting because there are some analysts who are saying that Microsoft has entered the iPhone moment, and they're talking about the day back in 2007 when Steve Jobs went in front of a crowd of 4,000 Apple enthusiasts at a live presentation to introduce something known as the iPhone. In 2007, you remember that? 2007, he released and showed off the first version that you would be able to get, known as an iPhone. 16 years ago, soon to be 17 years ago. Unbelievable. Microsoft is being compared to that moment with regards to AI intelligence and cloud computing. Microsoft's future cash flow is being targeted by analysts. They're saying this company's future cash and revenues are going to explode because of AI and cloud computing that Microsoft happens to be really good at. And they're talking about an annual sales hit for Microsoft of $25 billion a year, $2 billion a month of added sales to the bottom line of Microsoft. It is a 56 right now. Interesting, isn't it? Tesla is a 58, even with all the hype, and Tesla now at 260 something a share. It's moved up a little bit. It's a 58. There's a ton of potential there. And again, the selling and buying resistance and whatever, the relative strength index, it's not in the 70 range. Google and Amazon are both 64s. And there's a good reason for both to be there. AI and cloud computing, of course. And Meta, Facebook, no question. Facebook has completely turned itself around in 2 years. 2 years ago, this stock was a dog. It had come down from lofty levels and had dropped 70% of its value. And people were wondering, wow, what's going to happen to Facebook? And they turned over their entire corporation and laid off thousands of people. Over 10,000, I think, were let go, because they shifted direction over to AI, and it's now paying off. And so Meta is coming on big time. People thought Apple had killed Meta. People thought Apple, by restricting Facebook ads and all that, would crush them, and they just turned their business into a different direction and went around Apple and kept going. Fascinating. They're 67 on the RSI. That's the highest level of the index, of the Magnificent Seven in the index. I found that fascinating, and I thought I'd just mention it to you and just kind of tell you, hey, that's what one of the things that is being talked about, is one of the things that are being analyzed by investors, by senior managers, asset managers around the planet. This is not a U.S. only thing. This is a global thing. RSIs are studied by many. I thought I'd mention that to you today. Thank you for joining me this morning. Not a lurker anymore, man. Thank you for being a member of this channel for 11 months now. Lurked on since 2021. I finally signed up. Luca, I've been a member for 6 months. Exactly the same for me. I'm not a lurker anymore. I bought in here. Alberto, I've been a member for 33 months, as long as Bruce has had memberships. 33 months because I'm losing money. Multiple one-on-ones because I'm losing apple pies, bagel familia. Yeah, I don't think Alberta's losing anything. Hector, I have been a member for 29 months, and I thank you, my friend, all of you out there who've been as long as you've been here. This is fantastic. Beautiful. JR, I use the RSI to help make decisions as to movement. When do I do rollovers? It's a pretty good indicator. Very interesting. It's fascinating. It is fascinating what's going on out there. Absolutely. Law Worker says, you got to fix your hair. Shut up. Okay, there we go. Thank you all for being here. We have what kind of thumbs up number are we sitting at right now? Thank you again for those of you who are hitting the thumbs up button without me begging for it. 97 thumbs ups are in the house. Thank you guys. 3 more, and we got triple digits going here. This is beautiful. Keep them coming if you can. Thank you. Let me know what number you are and whatever. Thank you for joining in and being members of this channel for as long as you have. It is much appreciated. Those of you taking the classes, a way to go. I get alerts all the time. Whenever someone gets a class, I get the alert, and I see the name and go, okay, so-and-so grabbed a class. Good to see. It does my heart proud when I start noticing, so-and-so bought class number 1. I'm going, this person could potentially take 17 classes over the next several months. And then I'll get an alert day or two later, so-and-so just bought class number 3. And I go, that's their 3rd class. I know they bought 1 and 2. I remember that. Now it's number 3. They're into it. This is great. This is where I sit back and go, beautiful. My message is getting through to people. I'm so happy about that. Congratulations, all of you who have made the step, to do it. Mandu, I am number 97, Uncle Bruce. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. Credit Savage of Wall Street is back. Hello, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. Salutations from Waikiki yet again. Welcome, my friend. Nice to have you here. And Flint Creek is saying, welcome to Nathan. Thank you all for popping through here. I can't keep up with all the messages this morning, but so many of them, I've been yapping away here. We are 10 minutes away from opening today. Larry will ring the bells for us and we'll get things started. We're watching this market to see how it wants to react. We're down 58 points on the Dow. We're down 3 on NASDAQ, but we are up. Sorry, we're down 3 on S&P, but we are up on NASDAQ, but only 26 points. All right. Oil down 75 cents a barrel in Texas at 73.40 odd the moment. I don't know. We'll see what's going on here. I don't know. Sometimes I see headlines come across that make no sense to me. Here's a headline that says, Citigroup stock is up 0.1% on the volume of 122,000 shares in pre-market trading. What has that got to do with anything? Why is that a headline on Market Watch? I look at that and go, well, you're wasting my time. This is stupid. I don't understand. I have to think that some of these people who are writing these things are under 30 years of age and don't know jack shit. They don't know a damn thing about the markets. And they're recent university grads who are told to write something and keep the news feed going, and they got nothing to talk about. And they bring up garbage. It is a waste of time for those of us who know what's going on. I feel that people who write for these organizations should be a minimum of 40 years of age and have some damn experience in life, the markets, something. It kills me also when you watch programs like network television and you watch the pretty faces that are reading stories to us. They have no idea what they're telling us. They're reading a teleprompter. They don't know what it is they're saying. They're being told in the ear, ask this question, do that. They're not in charge of what they're bringing to us. They're just talking heads with pretty faces. It upsets me because my intelligence is being insulted. But then I'm an old man. What can I say? I read the news yesterday. Maybe you've heard, I'm sure all of you have heard of this, but maybe many of you probably just do not realize that the passing of Tommy Smothers yesterday was a big freaking deal. Many of you do not know how big a deal this was. That this individual, the half of the Smothers Brothers comedy team, the guy that was kind of the goofball, on camera, he played the dummy. He was the brains of the entire organization. And that guy, that one guy, ran the entire Smothers Brothers empire to a great degree and was the driving force behind the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour, which got canceled by CBS because it was too controversial in 1969. But the number of people that guy launched into our consciousness is unspeakable. Steve Martin got his first writing job on the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. Steve Martin. Did he affect anybody? Rob Reiner, Meathead on All in the Family. Rob Reiner's son, who did the Mary Tyler Moore show. That Reiner had the kid Reiner, who did Spinal Tap. He did When Harry Met Sally, and on and on. I mean, whoa. Smothers, Tommy Smothers. Bob Einstein, who you probably don't know who that is. Do you remember Super Dave Osborne? Super Dave became a writer for the first time in television as a comedy writer on the Smothers Brothers show. The launch of talent from that show, and it was only on 3 years. It was the number one show on television when CBS canceled it. The number one show on television was canceled because the White House threatened CBS. If you don't cancel that show, your chances of getting a license through the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, and on the air will be threatened. And so CBS was blackmailed by the White House to cancel the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. Sunday nights, unbelievable. He was amazing, this guy. Tommy Smothers was a genius, a smart businessman, comedian, you name it, had it all, had everything going for him. Smart guy. Died at 86, a wonderful life, incredible. And anyway, there are a lot of people out there who are thankful to that man. Lorraine, thank you for being here. I'm thankful to you. 27 months being a member of this channel. You are wonderful. I thank you so much. Beautiful. Bob Osborne, brother of Albert Brooks, both genius comedians. Yes, Albert Brooks and Bob Einstein are brothers. I believe they're half brothers. Yeah, I loved Super Dave. Einstein was a very influential member of the comedy world. So much so that when Jerry Seinfeld did his series, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, he had Bob Einstein on twice. He had him on twice. And Bob just passed away, a year or two ago, 72 or something like that. Amazing. Anyway, there you go. David Flores, I tuned into this channel today, and the lampshade wasn't crooked enough. I had to put my screen on its side to fix the problem. I don't know what lampshade you're talking about. Credit Savage Wall Street, JR, dude, I was at the beach all day yesterday with the family. And at night we went shopping for souvenirs and to have some dinner. There's a reason I sell covered calls, my friend. So I don't have to do anything. Right on, pal. Way to go. J-Boy, I loved Yo-Yo Man when I was little. He will be missed for sure. Octavio, thank you for being a member for 31 months. Thank you, my friend. I remember back between 2000 and 2007 when Jennifer and I and Jen Jr., we lived here full time. Jen Jr. was in a school about not even a mile away from here, a private school. And Tommy Smothers had his last two children through his last marriage at that school. And usually the kids will be dropped off by that current Mrs. Smothers or the housekeepers, whatever. It's all right, but because Tommy was working, still working. This is 20 was this 20 years ago. So where we're talking, he was 66. He's still a very busy man. But he and Dick Smothers were getting ready to do a concert tour, and they were starting here in Southern California. And their first stop was going to be at the place known as the McCallum Theater, right here in Palm Desert, a mile and a half from where I live. And they announced a concert, an afternoon concert on like a Thursday for school children. And they invited the school kids from various schools to come to the theater. They had room for, I don't know, several thousand seats in this arena. Free show, a free show for children. And of course, every kid from the school that Jen Jr. went to was automatically invited. And so they went to the McCallum Theater for this show. And of course, Yo-Yo Man was a big deal. And yeah, they did this all the time, and it was never covered by media. It was never covered because it's not a sexy story. It's not controversial. It's boring. That's what these guys did. H. Gregory, I've been a member for 29 months, and I'm not leaving this channel. Moon Shadow, I've been a member for 33 months. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Bobby Atkinson, I've been a member for 22 months. Why are these people members for years and years and years on this channel? Simple. They like making money. If you want to join these guys and become, increase your odds of success in the market, they'll tell you what to do. They're leading by example, and I can't thank them enough. I never thank my members enough. Some people say, you thank them all the time. It's not enough. White Feather, I've been a member for 6 months. Yes, Alberta, obviously, I'm only here to lose money. Debbie Bonner, I've been a member here for 30 months. How you doing, Debbie? Don't hear from you very often. It's nice to see you here today. Welcome to the show, and Happy New Year to you. Happy holidays to all of my current members of this channel, all of you who are subscribers. Thank you all for subscribing to this channel. Please consider doing at least that. If you're not part of this family, please subscribe. You'll get alerts every time I do an updated video or I pop something up. 120 thumbs ups. Thank you guys for 120 and counting on the thumbs up meter. We're a minute away from opening for the day today to see what this market wants to do. Larry is about ready to hit the bells. Thank you, Larry, for your help. And thank you all. Credit Savage, I've been a member for over 2 years. Larry, boom! We're hitting the bells, folks. It's official. The casino is open, says Larry. There you go, kids. My casino operators are opening the doors and letting people in to play with their options. And let's see what happens now. Thank you, Larry from JR. Wow. What did the Smothers Brothers do to get canceled? They were more and more active in producing skits and comedy routines that were critical of the Vietnam War. They were on the side that, maybe we should get those boys out of there and bring them home because we aren't trying to win this war. We're sending these 18-year-old and 19-year-old young men into the jungles of Vietnam, and we don't know who the North and the South are because we don't know. And we keep trying to take the same hill week after week. We're trying to take the same hill. And when we take the hill, we abandon it because they keep shelling it when we get the hill. Why are we doing this? The government of South Vietnam is so corrupt, is so crooked. Why are we supporting these guys? Not that we want to support the communists, but the South are just as bad as anybody else. And so more and more college students around the U.S. were going, this is ridiculous. Why are we sending these young guys over there? And the Smothers Brothers were 29, 30 years of age, 20, 31. They were young guys, and they were just going, this is BS. This is crap. And so the administration of Richard Nixon, remember that guy, Tricky Dick? They didn't appreciate the fact that there was this primetime show criticizing the administration. They felt that they were attacking them. They thought that the Smothers Brothers were attacking Nixon. And they warned CBS, you either get those guys off the air or you're off the air as a network. And there were only 3 networks. This is the threat from the White House in 1969. And so CBS canceled the Smothers Brothers show as they were the #1 watched show on television. You think that the White House didn't have power? Yeah, they had power. And that's why they got canceled. It made a lot of Americans very angry that their right to watch what they felt they wanted to watch was taken away from them. But no one had the guts to stand up to the White House to say no, especially CBS. They caved. They caved. Unbelievable. That's why they were did it. Anyway, yeah, it was an interesting time. And the funny thing is about Americans, unfortunately, is generally speaking, most Americans deep down inside are terrified of their government because they are terrified, having seen all these movies about these black operations and all these things going on behind the scenes, and they're terrified of the IRS, and they're terrified about the FBI, and they're terrified about the CIA, and on and on and on it goes. And so politicians ride over Americans with their messages and their ideas of what a perfect person is. And most Americans don't actually agree with most of their politicians. It's actually an opposite thing. The only time Americans can actually show what they feel is when it's election day and when they're in this little curtained cubicle and they can mark the ballot to decide whether this person that reps them should continue to rep them or not. That's the only time the Americans have the power to offload these guys. And unfortunately, sometimes the slate of candidates is so bad that there are no good choices. And this happens in Canada, it happens in the UK, it happens in Germany, wherever you can vote. That's part of the game. What can I say? But yeah, that was what happened to the Smothers Brothers. They were censored off the air. The one guy that could not be kicked off the air, but he wasn't actually a disturber, was Johnny Carson. At that time, in 1970, Johnny Carson was the most powerful person on television. The White House didn't mess with him. They didn't want to go near that guy because that guy was loved by everybody. And that was late night TV. And thankfully for the White House, he wasn't an aggressive anti-administration person. He made jokes, but he did it with taste and style. And those Americans who watched Johnny Carson would read between the lines and go, oh, there's a shot. There's a shot. But he did it in a nice way, where the Smothers Brothers weren't subtle. They just out and out called it stupid. And Americans loved them for it. Most of all the viewers of Smothers Brothers love these guys. Who, however, were the viewers of the Smothers Brothers? That's the question. Who watched the Smothers Brothers the most? 15-year-olds to 40-year-olds. They watched the Smothers Brothers the most. But who voted the most? Who were the most active voters in America in 1969-70? 40-year-olds to 80-year-olds. And they were, with Tricky Dick, the Republican side, conservative. The young college kids, newly graduated, were more to the Democratic side. And so the White House looked at the Smothers Brothers as Democrats that were attacking them, and they wanted them off the air. And they found ways to subtly make little notices to CBS that might not be so good for you next year when your license comes up for renewal. And so that's what was going on. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? 1968 was a decade of political assassinations. That year, the Smothers Brothers helped open the nationwide dialogue. Chicago, 1968, the Democratic Convention going on. My God, that was crazy. Where the Chicago police just attacked kids with batons and everything else, tear gas. The whole world is watching, if you've ever watched that. Anyway, welcome to the show. We're open and we're here. How you doing? Are you okay? Let's see what's going on. What's the market doing? Let's figure it out. Let me get the big ass iPad fired up and see where we're at right now. Do we start with a little dip today and then we have a run later? What's going to happen today? How's this market going to go? Are we going to run right away with a gain and rocket to a higher close. What's going on? I've got the Dow up 53 points, almost 54 now. I've got S&P up 8. I got NASDAQ up 29. All three markets are green, where in the pre-market, two of the markets were negative. And so we've turned that around. SoFi is 1022, off just 9 cents. Okay, I can handle this. Anybody who wants out will get out in the first 10 minutes, and then it could go to $11. Okay, I mean, I'm not saying it will, but it sure could. 1020 is the low. That's it. That's all. That's your plan. Your whole plan to bring SoFi down is to sell a measly 2.6 million shares. That's your whole plan. There's only Zool. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. AI is at 29.81, down 24. Rklb 569, down to nickel. GameStop down 30 cents at 18.07. Even GameStop won't back off. Why won't it crash to $15 a share? It won't do it. 295,000 shares, and now it seems to be bouncing back. Interesting first 8 minutes, isn't it? Very entertaining first 8 minutes. We're very close to reaching record territory for the S&P 500. That is a fact. That's what's going on right there. Anyway, we're here. We're not going anywhere. We know what the real story is on GameStop and SoFi and Rklb and the markets in general. We're watching it all. We're going to see how it plays out. 1026 now on SoFi. It's down 6 cents. Like, that's it. 6 cents. That's your whole plan. We're down 6 cents. Doesn't look too bad to me at all. Very interesting morning. We're now down 5 on SoFi. Oh my gosh, 1027. All right. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Fun times. What's going on? Troy, Bruce, I'm number 125 on your thumbs up meter. Troy, thank you, my friend. I know you're not a member, but I appreciate you being here, and I thank you for the thumbs ups. Those of you who are not members, please consider becoming a member of this channel. Join this family of fantastic people. Farmel, I supported Pat Paulson for president in 1968. That was one of the characters on the Smothers Brothers. And Salty Riven Maine, hi Uncle B, recently made $1,200 between selling GameStop calls and selling puts for SoFi. Thanks for your option selling advice. Salty Riven Maine, thank you for being a viewer of the channel. Please make sure to subscribe to us. And if you could become a member, that would be a beautiful thing. You would be welcome here to join us for sure. Thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out. I love it. It's great to have you here. Every single one of you that have joined me and join us here almost all the time. You guys are fabulous. We love you. We just love you. All right. Let's go to a member-only commentary now. Honor our members who keep us on the air here. I thank you all. And like I said, please become part of the family if you can. We'd love to have you. Congratulations to the latest members who've just joined in the last couple of days. I used to get automatic alerts from YouTube about this, and for some reason I don't anymore. I don't actually get alerts, and the only way I can find out my membership counts is I have to go to a membership tab, which is a clunky way of doing it, but it does show me how many members there are, how many are chilling with Uncle Bruce members, how many are Gold Bagel members, what's the total, and then below everything else, it shows me individual names, like so-and-so renewed their membership or somebody upgraded from regular to gold. Some people joined you or rejoined you. They've been off a while, they've come back, and that type of thing. And so I thank you all who are becoming members of the channel one way or the other. If you're becoming a Gold Bagel member, you guys are at the top of the pinnacle, no question about it. This is the reason this channel is still alive. It's Gold Bagel members. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's the number one way this channel is economically viable. Otherwise, this channel has no viability at all. It's the Gold Bagel members. Thank you, guys. All right. What else? What else is going on? Dang it. JR says, Uncle Bruce turns on member only, erases my message. Anyway, go SoFi, headed north again. Go. 1029. Robert Benson, number 129. Thumbs up, Bruce. Thank you, man. Guys, thank you for being here. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Charlie, Uncle Bruce, I asked this earlier. I have some $12 SoFi covered calls that would take me out near 15 bucks. I can't roll as they were Jan 26s. Should I close with a loss or let it assign and then reposition? I'm getting more and more of these questions, generally privately is where I'm getting these. But I also get them on my show because, as you pretty well know, you regulars, you know, that I'm not encouraging you to write options on SoFi right now. As great as the temptation might be, I'm trying to get you to hang on and let this stock take its run. And then in that 15 neighborhood, here we go. But for those of you who have written calls, you have several choices as to how to handle this situation. There's many ways to play this game, all right? And I understand a number of you out there wrote all options on SoFi when it was at $5, $6, $7 a share, and you wrote 7s and 8s, and some of you rolled up into 10s. Some of you may have rolled all the way up to 12s to stay ahead of the market as it was getting better and better. Totally, it's all right. It's okay. Nothing wrong with any of those strategies. Nothing whatsoever is wrong with this. Sure, in theory, if this stock went to $15 in 15 minutes, every single person that wrote call options on SoFi would be upset or frustrated or worried because, oh my God, the stock is way up here and I'm down here and I'm going to get taken out. Fair enough. It's unlikely to happen though, but you know, all bets are off. You never know. Right now we're at 10.30. We're down just 2 cents. Okay, so what do you do? Well, in the case of someone writing $10 calls or $12 calls, two different scenarios at the moment. One of those, the $10 call writers are now in the money by 29.30 cents. Is this the end of the world? No, it's the best of times. Your stock has gone up to where your contracts were struck at, the strike price, 10 bucks. Looking great. And the options you wrote, you got money for them to do it. You add that to the $10 strike price, and you might be taken out at a total of 12 something. If you're in that position and you do get exercised with the stock at $11 a share, you get taken out at 10, but you really got taken out at 12 or 12.50 because of the price you wrote those calls at. You have to remember this. You got to go, yeehaw, this is great. I've got all this cash now. I'm sitting on a boatload of money at these prices. What can you do? Well, you could turn around and put all the dough back into the stock and buy the stock at whatever it's trading at, and now write call contracts for $15 a share, maybe 6 months out. You could do that. Or you could buy deep in the money calls. You could go shopping now, very patiently, go shopping for deep in the money calls on SoFi. 2026 expiry, deep in the money, for less than the cost of the stock, obviously. And you may find that, yeah, I got taken out at 10, but I already got $2 in cash, so I got taken out at 12. Stock's trading at 11.50, and I can buy $5 contracts, $6 contracts, $4 contracts, depending on the 90-10 rule. You are shopping now for deep in the money calls that might run you $8, $7, $6 a piece, which means, having just gotten 10 in cash plus the 2 you already got, you have more money in hand than you need to replace the stock you just had taken from you. In effect, you could buy more contracts representing more shares of SoFi than you had yesterday, which means you're now writing poor man covered calls on those contracts, way more than you were before. That's one possibility, right? Another one is you're sitting on cash now. You've got nothing but dollars. You're now going to be a cash secured put writer. You're not going to buy the stock back. You're not going to buy deep in the money calls. You're going to write cash secured puts because you've got cash. And so you're going to sit there and go, okay, well, the stock's 11.50 and they took me out at 10. I'm going to write $10 put contracts. I'm going to write 10s for like 3, 4, 5 months from now. Can I bring in $1.50 a share in cash if I write cash secured puts that are even out of the money, do I take this money and take, let's say you did have 10,000 shares and you have enough cash to write 9,000 shares worth of put contracts because you don't have enough to buy all the stock back because it's higher now. You spent the other money already. It's okay. It's all right. So you're going to write 990. You're going to write 90 put contracts, cash secured puts, 3, 4, 5, 6 months out. Bring in $1.50 in cash. Use that money to write more cash secured puts, which equals the number of shares you just had taken from you. Hello, you're back. You're fine. And those are depreciating as time goes on. Stock goes up, they come down faster, right? There's that option. I mean, you have so many choices if you did get taken out or had that issue. If you don't want to get taken out, and this is the other scenario, if you've written $10 calls and they're trading at, I don't know what, they're trading. I got to take a look at the options on this thing. Just don't mind me. I've got to fire up my big ass iPad to kind of show this off. See if this will work or not. If you've written calls on your Sofi all the way out to 2026, the $10 calls are now trading at $4. Last I saw, I don't know how accurate my quote is, okay, but $3.80, $4 seems to be what it looks like it's doing. They've gone up on you because your stock has gone up on you. The shares were $7 in early December. We're now at $10.23 a share. Duh, 320 gain in the price of the stock means the options have gone up, but they didn't go up 320, did they? No, they didn't. So now you have a position sitting here where you could go, well, if I buy back these calls, I'm going to have to come up with $400 a call to buy them back. But if I buy back 10 of them, let's say, that's $4,000. I now have 1,000 shares that don't have options written on them. Do they? I could sell those shares right now at $10.23. And if I do that, I'll bring in $10,230. That will cover the $4,000 I just paid to buy these calls back, by the way. It leaves me $6,000. I could now turn around and either be a cash secured put writer for a portion of these shares, or I could look to buy deep in the money calls with that $6,000. So in effect, if you can buy a $6 call, just again, this is theoretical, all right? You spend $6 to get a deep in the money call that you now write calls against. You buy 10 deep in the money calls for $6. That's how much money you got. And you're writing 10 new calls against it. But you're not writing January 2026 calls. You're writing April 2024's or March or May's or June. You're looking for your opportunity to write February, March, April, June, July 2024 contracts at what, $11, at 10, right here at 20 cents in the money. I mean, you're going to shop and do that. So you're altering your account. Yes, you're turning it over. But I say to any of you out there who have written $10 calls on Sofi, today is not the day to even think about this. What you want to have happen is that the shares go even higher. They go to $11.50, $12. You're not going to be exercised like that because you wrote 2026 calls. 2024 January's, yeah, you're going to get exercise, but not 2026 necessarily. And so if the shares do go up another $1, $1.50, $2, these calls will go up, but they're not going to go up $2 each because they're only worth $2.20 book value. They're not going to trade at $6. They might trade at $4.75. In other words, the price of the contracts will be replaced with book value rather than time value. And it's going to be a 40 percentile move. So the stock has to go up $1 for the call to go up 40 cents. At that point in time, at say $12.50 a share, now you might pay $4.50, $4.75 to buy a call back. But you're going to sell the stock at $12.50 a share, not at $10.20. All of a sudden, you have $8 a share in cash because the stock went up $2. This is your $2. So you then turn around and now are shopping for a $6 to $8 deep in the money call if you want to be a poor man covered call writer and appreciate value with the stock going even higher. Or you take the cash you just received by making this move, buying these calls back, selling those shares, cash secured put writer, making money on the upside. Up to you how you want to play this market. Now, for those of you who have written a lot of contracts on a lot of shares, you'll buy some calls back, sell the stock. Buy more calls back, sell more stock. Buy more calls back. In other words, a few rollovers of this pattern. You'll buy 10 calls, then you'll buy 30 calls, then you'll buy 90 calls, then you'll buy 270 calls. You'll buy all your calls back. You won't sell all your shares. By the time you've done all that, you still have half of all your stock, 2/3 of all your stock still sitting there without any options written against it. You've completely eliminated the $10 contracts. Now you can sit back and go, okay, well, I got X amount of shares. I can write calls on those. I'll write 3-4 month calls max on those at higher strike prices. And that cash coming in, I'll use to buy deep in the money calls with that cash to write calls on those. And now you've got a bit of both. You got stock and deep in the money calls. You can play this game a million ways if you wish. You can just write calls on stock you have and write cash secured puts on the cash you have. You can play that game if you're a believer in the upside of the stock. I hope I'm not too complicated on that, but I get this question a lot from people. Again, I'm really not encouraging you to write. I'm absolutely not encouraging you to write SoFi calls right now. I really am not. I would really rather you just create cash secured puts only. Take this run up with cash only rather than with paper. If you got the paper, hold on to it. Don't worry about it. It's got a ways to go yet. If it reaches $12, $14, $15, you have a couple of choices. You can either write calls at that point in time. You might be writing 1750s or 18s, or you can dump the stock and turn around and buy deep in the money calls that are 6s, 7s, 8s. I don't know. If they're in the 90-10 rule, you'll write calls on those, or you'll sell the stock and now you'll only be a cash secured put writer. That's all you're going to be now. You're going to be a cash holder and you're going to write cash secured puts from here on out. That might be the way you may play it. It's a million ways. I suggest, if you can afford to do it and the long-term game plan, never sell the stock. Don't sell the stock. Just write contracts against the stock. Reaches $14, $15 a share, offer 1750 calls. I'll be here to tell you to do it. You'll write the 1750. You'll take in, I hope, a couple of bucks and sit on that cash as a nice cash hoard. Write cash secured puts on that cash if you want to add to the momentum of the movement. Totally up to you. Or keep it as powder, or go into something else, or buy more shares and write more calls, but keep being a call writer. So every 2-3 months, you're rolling over your call contracts as they expire out. You're now buying those back for a fraction of what you sold them for, and now you're running another batch in the market, depending on where the market is. And if you need to do rollovers, you'll do rollovers. The stock keeps going higher, you'll do rollovers. You're an easygoing millionaire. You're very easygoing. The more these are worth, the richer you are. And all of a sudden you'll realize, you know what, Bruce, I got so many shares that if I can bring in $250 a contract on premium and net out $1 a month on shrinkage, I just make $1 a month per contract that I write. I'm bringing in $15,000 a month into my bank account. That's where my situation is at. Do you need to work anymore for anyone? I don't think so. 15 grand a month coming in, $1 a month depreciation. You might go 3-4 months before you take the leap. You go, I gotta know that I got 50 grand in the bank before I walk away from that paycheck of 5,000 a month, 6,000 a month, 8,000, whatever the hell it is. I get it. Yeah, I understand that. On the other hand, though, some of you might go, the minute I can get away from that employer, I'm out of there. The second I can walk away, I'm walking away. Totally your call. You figure it out. Welcome all to the show. This is great. DQ says, we came for GameStop, we stayed for Antigen. Flint, okay, I bought back covered calls. You can run now. Oops, spoke too soon. Charlie C, I take the assignment. DQ, just get rich, everybody. JR, for those who aren't members yet, do yourself a favor and pay the monthly fee. You get to ask questions on prime time, like this. Uncle Bruce, you keep telling us to hold off on the covered calls on SoFi until the 15 range. At this point, the premiums for calls are 92 cents and 51 days out. Are you expecting that to change in the dollar in the range? I am. The higher the stock goes, the bigger the premiums will get on the contracts, and the more volatile and the more action you're going to get. Tighter spreads. It's going to be the hottest option out there. Anyway, there you go. Alberto, I make Gold Bagel member fees for a year in a week. Some of you are going to make that in an hour, depending on how you're doing. Welcome all to the show. I'm glad you're here. It's great to be here. Best advice for newbies: getting assigned is not losing your stock. It is selling your stock at a price you picked. Price, strike plus premium. Cash secured put for Rklb at 38% green right now. JR, in the money. Jan 2026 calls, $10 or 4 to 410. Drooling. Awesome. Alberto, did he just say duh? Not a lurker. Bingo. I'm at 58%. Alberto, that's about correct. Big money is coming, no question about it. Oh yes, JR. Oh yes, I am waiting for sure to write 131 calls in the near future. Hard to wait just to do it, JR. But yes, 131 calls at $100 a call a month revenue, 13,100 a month, not to do anything. It's not bad income to kind of do that. Not a lurker. SoFi 1019. It's waiting for you, Alberto, JR. So what would that one sell be? 131 times 400 is what? Wow. JJ already wrote SoFi covered calls June 188 and July 202. I plan to roll out and up. Can be done. JJ, I'm doing those on $10 strikes. Can be done. Alberto, many here at that price will be selling to make 100,000 or better in 30 days. That was easy. JR, everyone, yes, 131 times 400 contract is $52,000. Whew, that number blows my hair back, what little I have left anyway. But I'll take it, hair or not. There you go. Right every other month says not a lurker anymore. Alberto, 52,000. You can sell how many? At 16 or for another bunch of money? Not a lurker, 314,000 a year. Giddy up. Bagel Babe, all I ever wanted to be was an easygoing millionaire. It's all I ever wanted to be. JR, that would be at Uncle Bruce's goal of at least 30,000 a month. That would be sweet. Alberta, will that be like Oprah? You get a Tesla, or you get a Tesla, and you get a Tesla, you get a Heaven Suite or Suite, Heaven Suite. What's going on? Haven Suite. So much fun here. DB, I'm a new member. Hey, DB, what's going on? Thank you for popping in. Chilling with Uncle Bruce member. Welcome to the show and welcome to the gang. You've entered the world of stock markets with Bruce with a whole bunch of pretty cool people here. Nice to have you here. 139 thumbs ups now are in the house, everybody. Thank you. DQ says, welcome, DB. Not a lurker. Welcome, DB. Alberto, JR. Yep, good times. I just want to be an easygoing millionaire. What's so wrong with that? What's wrong with wanting to be an easygoing millionaire? Hello. Fun times, kids. Thank you all so much for being here. And again, thank you for becoming, taking classes and getting that much more knowledgeable of what's going on around here, how this market really is working. Welcome to the party, pals. We're looking for some good times. We're at 583 on your Rklb. We're up 8 cents. SoFi's down 6. GameStop at 1804 down 33. Matterport down 3 cents. 23andMe at 93 cents, up almost 3 cents here. Spire's up 28 cents now at 830. ATIP is at 631 down 8. Smart Rent up a couple of cents. We've got Apple up 96 now. Goldman up 64. Cisco is down 2. Tesla is down 44 cents. ARC Innovations down 17. Microsoft is up 62 cents. Pfizer up 29. HPQ down 18. Alphabet's down 43. Amazon is unchanged. Nvidia's up 130. Unity down 70 at 42 bucks. AI is up 8 at $30.13. Adobe down 63 cents. The spiders are up 57. Netflix is off 184. Qs are up 47 cents. IBM down 3. Meta Platforms up 130. Vanik up 44. Home Depot down 223. And Enphase down 67 cents at this moment in time. Welcome everybody to the program. Pending home sales flat in November versus a forecast of a 1% gain. Interesting stats there. And what else going on here? I'm still telling everybody. Not a lurker says I'm still telling everyone that SoFi is not just a bank. This is a fintech bank. It will pop when that is realized. That's what I'm thinking too. DB, hello. I just joined. I would love to learn about making extra money to be debt free. Is there support to help with the learning curve? You might have just fallen right into that. Isn't that a great feeling, says DQ to JR? Charlie, if my $12 cover calls were to get assigned, then that would mean almost double my investment on 12,200 shares. I guess I can afford a large soda at that point. Giddy up, not a lurker. DQ, leave dad alone, laughing out loud. JR, and not a lurker anymore. Yes, Splitter. I think I'm going to get ready for a roll on SoFi, sell my Rklb that I bought from the premium during the last days to come back hopefully in a dip with some more premiums when SoFi hits 11. Interesting. Alberto, sold in thanks for the sold. Thanks for the advice. Okay. Who else? Who else? Alberto says, DB, after the classes, you get a one-on-one with Uncle Bruce. Get yourself one of those. And welcome to this party, pal. There you go. Okay, everybody. Thank you all for supporting this channel, telling others about it. A lot of people here are learning about us and figuring out just what a support group this really is. Uncle Bruce, he gets me. He just gets me, says Alberta. Not a lurker. Clean the glasses, Uncle Bruce. JR, morning shows, trade alert, trade tip, private emails, one-on-one. What else can be easier? Alberto. So, nana, DQ. Zeta State, welcome DB to the crowd, to the audience, to the show, to the gang. Nice to have you here. Absolutely all. Thanks, kids. What can I say? Whoo-wee. Fun times. We're up 46, I guess, on the Dow. It looks like we're up 46. And we're ahead about 8 points on S&P, and we're up 26.6 on NASDAQ. So got a little up move there. Rklb is now up 10 cents at 584. The Rklb high today, 585. Here we are. $6 is next and beyond. This thing is going to go. More and more people get it. They figured it out on Rklb. They're going, shoot, 5 something a share. This is ridiculous. Pick it up. AI 3013 up 8-9 cents. GameStop is down 32 at 1805. The volume now 602,000. The low 1795. We're jumping about a bit. Kind of normal for GameStop. SoFi 1026 last trade. The low of 1018. 5.99 million traded in 35 minutes. Quieter than yesterday. This is expected for me. I don't expect a lot of volume this week. Would be great to see it, sure, but there's hardly anybody around. Then again, at any time, this thing can pop $1.50. At any moment, it can go to 11.75 with no warning, no advanced warning, no comment, no news, just a complete shortage of stock available and panicked buyers who want to cover their shorts before the year is out. The year end is tomorrow. So at any time, there could be people who need to be out of a short position because they can't carry it on their books through the end of the year. I don't know why. I don't know why not. I just say maybe this could happen. So you've been warned. The upside is what I would be afraid of on SoFi. Do fear the upside if you're a shorter, because SoFi is ready to blow. It's ready to go. Like Apple is up 74 cents, Enphase down 56, Netflix down $1.79, Adobe down 36, Nvidia's up 51, Tesla down $1.07. Okay, whatever. Spire 831, up 29 cents. 56,000 shares traded. There you go. I tell you, something is brewing. This is definitely the high of the week, the high of the month, the highest level in 3 months, the highest level in 6 months, Not the highest level in the last year. 831. The last time we were around here, March the 2nd. It was last March was this last time we were anywhere in this neighborhood. So something's going on with Spire. Something good if you're long this stuff. Smart Rent's at 334. It's up 7 cents. Let's see here for the last week. Not the highest level the last week, and not the highest level in the last month. So we're better, but we're really not going anywhere. We need to be over 412 to hit a new high for the year, the last 52 weeks consecutively. So we need 80 cents more, and that can happen, but don't know what day. I know you guys want me to tell you what day and what time. I'm working on it. What else going on? Google down 50 cents, Moderna down 58, Cisco's up a penny, Pfizer's up 38. Heard good stuff on Pfizer today. Pfizer and Moderna are being touted as winners for 2024, like really good moves coming. So for those of you into Pfizer, just note that. IBM up 26 cents, HPQ down 15, Microsoft's up a dime, ME at 92 cents. Amazon is down 16 cents. Home Depot is down $1.45. The Vanek Vector up 35. Goldman Sachs up $1.09. Boeing down $2.50. Meta is off up $1. Target up 8 cents. JP Morgan up 33 cents. Costco up down 75 cents. Walmart up 31. Disney up 18. American Airlines down 6. AMC up 21. DraftKings up 7. Royal Caribbean down 24 cents. Okay, there's the story. I'm sticking to it. What else is going on here? Missing any commentary, folks? Welcome everybody. Where in the world is Karim and manager? Zed Estate wants to know. JR, wow, the market is hopping around. What could be easier? Alberta, Karim is here. I saw Karim here. A DQ manager went radio silent during a 0 day to expiry options on SPY. Will GameStop close over $19? Zed wants to know. And then Alberto DQ, he's under a new name. Robert Benson, Aspire moving upwards. Splair, that's where I came back into the same month with $1 higher strike price, hopefully. Not a lurker, 6.1 million volume. Stephen Butler, 143 thumbs up, a bit late to the party. Not a lurker, hit 10 million by 10:30. DQ, Alberto, he's still manager on Discord. JR, Uncle Bruce, I write iron condors on SPX, expensive index, but the premiums. Anyway, if the price stays between 45.70 and 49.25 in the next 21 days, I'll get to keep my $4,620 some gambler gave to me. You got to love that trade. JR, current price 47.87, and he needs it between 45.70 and 49.25. I like your odds. I like them a lot. Charlie, Uncle Bruce, on closing out Sofi puts, is there a percentage of profit that we should close out the position? Example, my $7 Sofi puts are up 45.5%. Maybe take the winning and see where we go. I still have 10s and 12s. Well, you might want to shift from 7s to 10s. You might want to do that. Buy these 7s back for cheap and then write 10s further out, more money. That might be a plan. DQ, or at least he didn't change that account. Maybe he opened a new one, says DQ. Zed, DQ manager was taking a risk. There is no class for that. DQ manager is a gambler. DQ, that's what he likes. JR, Charlie, I'm becoming more convinced that talking about a 50% is a good deal here. Some options have come close. I waited and I lost out. Ouch. Alberto, no, he's now SWC. DQ, this channel is much more about conservative trading. DQ, yeah, thumbs up, says Alberto. DQ, Alberto, he's not a member of TIFF server as SWC. Splair, Uncle Bruce, I was meaning your SoFi $1 pop-up that can come at any time. If it's holding gains today, I think tomorrow this can happen as an end of the year print for the bulls. You might be right. I don't know. It could. Lorraine, thumbs ups. Here comes something. I see a door opening. Hey, Auntie Jen. How are you today?
I'm good.
Nice to see you slipping
croaky, but I'm good.
Okay, she sounds kind of croaky. Charlie says, JR, I feel that pain at times. 50% profit feels good. Just not wanting to close out these puts too early. I think I heard Uncle Bruce say yesterday to wait until closer to 12 to close out. Again, you guys hear what you want to hear, do what you want to do, play it the way you want to play it.
Ain't nothing wrong with 50%.
Whenever you make money, you credit me and send me a donation. Whenever you lose money, you go, oh, well, send Uncle Bruce a donation. That's how it's done. Steve, I was looking at Spire last night. I was thinking I might buy that after the first. This is why I went up, I think, because I'm thinking of buying it. Not a lurker, Uncle Bruce, you need to get close up to the screen and you need to whisper to us. Not a lurker. Sofi, DQ, good morning, Auntie Jen. Not a lurker, good morning, Auntie Jen. Larry Titus, good morning, Auntie Jen. Splair, I'd seen the magic hand opening the door.
Larry.
Flint, good morning, Auntie Jen. Lorraine, amen. Everyone's here saying hi to Auntie Jen as usual. Thank you, everybody.
1024.
1024 down 8 cents on the old Spire Sofi. GameStop 1812 down 25. 590 on Rocket Lab. 590. $6 is next. We're up 16 on Rocket Lab. Go, baby, go. Not a lurker. I have met Auntie Jen. Laughing out loud.
That's right.
I have met Auntie.
And I have met not a lurker.
That's true. See, there's that too.
I have pictures to prove it.
Mandu number 5. Good morning, Auntie Jen.
Good morning, Mandu. I've met Mandu number 5.
That's right. And his special guest. JR, Charlie, you can always reset, JR was saying to Charlie, take that money off the table and keep it. That's my philosophy. Alberto, Auntie Jen, how you doing?
How you doing?
Charlie, I'm at 86%. I usually go to 90% unless buying back and a new position exceeds what's left on the contract. Not a lurker. Thumbs ups on Auntie Jen. Splair, good morning, Auntie Jen. If no one asked early, how you doing? How you doing today? No one's asked, just in case. The market is moving up. Dow just gained some ground. It's up 67 now. Rocket Lab at 587, up 13. AI is up a penny at 30.06. Qs are up, spiders are up. GameStop is only down 23 cents. SoFi now down just 7. Apple up 75 cents. So we seem to be getting a bit of a buy wave. It looks like we're up 6 on S&P. We're up 16 on NASDAQ. Nothing big happening there yet. And we're down 38 cents on oil today. There you go. Auntie Jen, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing?
Nothing much. I'm just out there puttering around when I realize what time it was.
I should see him. I should see how he's doing.
Wait a minute. What time is it?
Isn't there something I do every morning around half an hour ago? Well. What are you going to do? You know how it is. You just, Oh, my. You might ask what's in my future coming up.
What's in your future?
Let me show you what's in my future coming up here in the not too very distant future.
What's in your wallet?
What's in your wallet? That's right.
Somewhere there's an ad person going, yes, she remembered.
That's right. Yeah, well, here's a view for you. I'll see if I can make this work.
I don't know what you're attempting.
This is what's going to be in my future in the not too distant future.
That's the view out of a hot tub.
There we go. That's me thinking of you guys right there.
Thumbs up.
Oh yeah, baby. I'm thinking of you guys. Enjoying the good times. This is my impression of Alberto, Beach Boy, JR. Whenever you guys let me know how you're doing on your option trades, this is my impression of you guys. Yeah, baby. Thumbs up. Oh yeah. That's coming up in my near future. Just curious if that's coming up in your near future. Pretty cool bean stuff, I must say.
Out there in the hot tub.
Yeah, baby. Loving the old hot tub here. Giddy up, everybody.
And our hot tub is hot.
It's a warm one. I love it. I love that puppy. I love it.
There's the kids away.
That's right. No 3-year-olds in that hot tub. No children allowed anyway. That's another thing I like about that. Yo, what else is going on here? Let me see here. Okay. Lana Lurker, Auntie Jen, is that a lamp? There are no lamps.
There's no lamp.
Charlie, so I hear send me money when you make money and send Auntie Jen money to hit me when you lose money. It's a win either way, isn't it? Luca, here she is. Ciao, Auntie Jen. Alberto,
Ciao,
boom, Luca.
JR,
wifey. Was that?
Luca, one more day and then he's on vacation.
Is he? Oh, cool. JR, wifey talking about wanting a hot tub. ... See,
All I
Alberto.
wanted was a massage.
I'll laugh at my ass off at Uncle Bruce. Send me that pic. I'll use it as my profile pic. Splair. At least Uncle Bruce's thumbs ups are not missing thumbs. Not a lurker laughing out loud.
Bendy thumbs.
They're bendy. JR, come on, ME, break that $1 barrier. Splair, wasn't he yesterday going into that green screen to turn the non-existing lamp? Like, what's going on here? What's happening?
Going on?
Giddy up. SoFi down 7 cents. Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. 18.18 on GameStop. We're back over 18 again. And we're at 591 on Rocket Lab. 591. That's the high of the day right now. 2.25 million traded on Rocket Lab. We're at the high of the day right now on Rocket Lab. We're going through 6. There's no doubt it'll go beyond that. This is a nothing burger. We're going way higher than that. Lovely, lovely, lovely everybody. Welcome to the party, kids.
Fairly an oddball week.
Yeah, well, it's a short week. That's the way it's supposed to be. It's nice to see some of our favorites making little moves here. Like I said, I just love these comments from folks saying, I'm up 45%. What should I do with my life?
Should I take it? Should I wait?
Should I?
Don't let fear of missing out.
Should I take thousands of dollars off the table or just leave it there?
Take the money and do a roll if you think it's still going to go up.
Yeah, roll up.
Sure.
Roll up and take more. I mean, come on, let's go, baby. Let them give it to you. Let them.
Nothing wrong with cash and checks.
As far as cash secured puts go, what you want to be doing is when you write the next one, it's all premium. You want book value is fine, but you want premium on doing it so that you are compensated if it backs off.
Right.
You want to be compensated for fluctuating stocks. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't let time hold you back. It'll go out there. Oh, jeez.
Yes, it is.
Oh, Zed, I think Jen should have a bell. I think Jen should be. Hector, Uncle Bruce, last year your condo complex had cost-cutting measures. Same for this winter?
We haven't heard anything.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Last year they cut the heat on the swimming pool in January.
I mean, there are the rumors that, again, natural gas is going to go through the roof. I don't know.
We are nowhere near the natural gas prices. The spot prices are 80% lower this year. So I don't expect anyone to cut any heat off any of the pools. There's no need for that.
So far, so good.
Yeah, there's been no one has been even discussing it. So no. Luca, JR, I wish I could go back in time. Not a lurker. Is Anti-Gen JR coming down to help? Is what? JR coming down to help Anti-Gen. She tells Uncle Bruce what to do. JR looking like SoFi has some major resistance going on right at the moment. Well, I doubt it, but day traders will try to play games.
People coming back to paying attention to what's going on.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe we start Tuesday, Wednesday at $9.50 to $10 a share, and then by Thursday, Friday, we're at $12.50 a share. But then maybe not. So you want to take that gamble, knock yourself out. I take the sure thing. I take the money off the table and keep moving. That's here. Right. There you go. Not a lurker says SoFi is waiting for Alberto Splair. And my Rocket Lab $8 call is gone at 20 cents, equals $70 gain today. Alberto, Anti-Gen, I have this on surround sound. I love you, but your voice just scared the poop out of me. Cleaning my keyboard from the spilled coffee.
You did a spit take.
Not a lurker, laughing out loud. Not a lurker. Clean the crud from the mouse. There you go. Get the crud out of the mouse, man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Giddy up.
Anti-Gen's advice for the day: clean your keyboards. They are one of the dirtiest things. The dirtiest thing you'll encounter during your day is your phone.
Use some antibacterial wipes or something. Really clean your keyboard. Clean your mouse. Clean your table.
And don't eat on top of it.
And don't eat on top of it. That's right. Oh man.
But your phone is by far the dirtiest thing you touch.
Alberto JR, I have a waterproof one for a year now. Laughing my ass off. I figured myself out. I know what I'm doing here. 593 on Rocket Lab. We're up again. Another couple of pennies. 594 the high of the session here. It's going higher.
It's such a
Rocket Lab.
A mental step.
Oh yeah, but
Goes up, comes up, goes up.
yeah, this stock going to 20
Little
bucks,
hamster.
going to 6 or 7 is a nothing burger for Rocket Lab. Really, the big
10.29
picture,
with
but some people are so micro in their outlook they can't look at the big picture very well.
10.31.
Yeah, AI is up 20 cents now. SoFi 10.30, only down 2 cents on SoFi, kids. Here we go.
Up to 31.
Where else can you get mouse crud discussion on
Where
YouTube?
else? I ask you.
I mean, really, come on. Not a lurker. My darling wife has COVID. She's been sleeping this whole morning. Oh, that's good. Glad she's resting. That's the main thing. DQ, free Tony. Whatever happened to Tony? Where's Tony? I don't know. Oh man, GameStop 18.20. It's only down 18 cents. 10.31. We're down a penny on SoFi here. We're coming on. GameStop was down to 17.92. And it's now 18.20, 4 cents more, and that's at the high of the day on GameStop, up 815,000 volume. We're coming on every day. We do this every day. It looks like SoFi right now, 10.31. We're only a nickel away from the high of the day. 10.32 unchanged on SoFi, 7.18 million. Here we go. SoFi is about to go green, everybody. 5.94 on Rocket Lab. That is the high of the day right now. 2.5 million on your Rocket Lab. Look at that. Not a lurker. Free Tony. JR, not a lurker anymore. Bummer. But the nice thing is that the new variants are not as virulent. Not a lurker. Yes, she got the first version, was out for 2 weeks. JR. Alberto. Wow. Free Tony. How about Mike H? Calling manager, all kinds of names. Those were the days. Robert, I got 225 for a SoFi $11 July put. Nice. Nice. Hector, Kaiser, Bruce, would you take a look at Ampex over the weekend? I am bought in at 4. It's on fire up, waiting to write cover call, much like SoFi. Thank you. And hello, Jet. There you go. Hector, take the money off the table is likely wise. We're at all-time highs in the markets, yet some of our favorite stocks are still under summer prices. There you go. 10.31 SoFi, 18.20 GameStop, Rocket Lab, 5.95. Another high of the day on your Rocket Lab. DQ. Uncle Bruce pronounced virulent just fine. I just lost a bet. Not a lurker laughing out loud. That's right. You lost a bet.
He doesn't get to take a drink.
Yeah. There you go. Okay.
So what kind of sushi you ate? Uncle Bruce doesn't eat sushi.
I don't eat sushi.
So he doesn't know how to pronounce anything.
Like yuck.
Can you imagine? He doesn't eat sushi.
Sushi. When I get to Tokyo.
But you love all of the stuff that's in it.
When I get to Tokyo, someone will take me out to a sushi bar and I'll be introduced to real sushi. I'll look forward to that.
Oh, we have real sushi.
Oh, geez. 597 on level 2, says Mandu, on your Rocket Lab. I'm showing now 596 trades going through. 597 trades have gone through. 2.64 million volume. Rocket Lab is firing up. Alberto, DQ, never bet against the GOAT. Not a lurker anymore, laughing out loud. JR is smiling. DQ, wait, I wasn't supposed to drink. Whoops. Not a lurker. I'm with Uncle Bruce. No sushi for me. Blah, says not a lurker. Splair, self-made sushi. Oh, damn. Zed, I remember anti-PC, that Uncle Bruce was related or something. Lorraine, not a lurker anymore. Go make her some soup and stay off the couch. Splair and wasabi, 99% horseradish. Dude, Uncle Bruce, thank you for all you do. Well, thank you for
the other 10% is green dye.
Amandu, 598, Bruce. It's going higher. JR, dude, you two need to come to Cerritos. There is a sushi place where it rotates on a track and you pull off what you want. Special order, special delivery. Zed, sushi in BC. It's a staple food. Not a lurker. Cinnamon tea for me. Oregano tea for her. Dude, okay, I'll go, JR. I'll go. Mandu, California has great sushi. Splair, but you need practice. Otherwise, you have only Big Mama rolls. If you're going to do it yourself. Where are we at now? 596 on the Rocket Lab shares, the high of the session right now, 598. We're pushing 598, up 22 cents on your Rocket Lab, 2.75 million. Those of you who've written cash secured puts on Rocket Lab, you are smiling. AI, 30.31. If you wrote cash secured puts at 27.50, like I mentioned a few weeks ago, you're smiling. GameStop 18.26 down 11. SoFi 10.32 unchanged right now. Volume on SoFi 7.44 million. There we are. Apple's up $1, Enphase up 40 cents, Netflix down 190, Adobe down 13, Nvidia up 114, Tesla down 36 cents. Spire 830 up 28. Okay. Anyway, there's some quotes for you. Welcome to the party, pal. Nice to have you here. Alberto, not a lurker. How are your cash secured puts looking now? Not a lurker. I'm thinking we're going to see Danny today. Not a lurker, 46% on Rocket Lab. I think it updates every 15 minutes or so. Zed Estate, do they have sushi in Calgary? Yes, they do. Not a lurker, 24% on SoFi. Looking good on these stocks. 10.33, we're up a penny on your SoFi. We went green now. We've gone green up from 10.19 to 10.33 here. And this is approaching the high of the session on SoFi. Alberto, bingo. There you go, kids. You're making money with Uncle B. Thank you all. 597, 598 on Rocket Lab. That's the high today, 598 on 2.8 million. Rocket Lab wants to go to 6. Is it going to break 6 on level 2? We're kind of wondering about that. Very interesting on Rocket Lab. GameStop 18.29. We're down just 8 cents. 17.92 was the low. We've now gained 37 cents from the low in 15 minutes. GameStop's moving. SoFi 10.33 up a penny. Volume on SoFi 7.54 million right now. Welcome to the party, pals. Nice to have you here. That's what's going on, Auntie Jen.
That's what's going on.
These kids are making money around here.
Lovely.
Not a lurker. Yep, it just
Great
changed.
way to end the year.
I'm up 50% now, says not a lurker. DQ sushi and poutine and a bottle of Pepto-Bismol. Not a lurker. SoFi is now green, says not a lurker. Yep, it sure is. Yes,
I know we do tend to put everything on poutine, but not sushi.
Not sushi. No, that's not a good idea. No. Jen and I went out yesterday for a anniversary meal, courtesy of the donations that you made yesterday to our anniversary.
We will be going out for a dinner.
We dined in absolute luxury. We had everything but a fork. Everything but a fork yesterday, actually.
That's right.
Went to Costco, picked up some stuff, and hit the old food court. And Jen got herself a hot dog. I got myself a slice of pepperoni pizza. Couldn't find a fork. I had to eat it with like a knife in my hand, and it was messy. But finger licking good, I'll tell you that. What can I say?
Bruce is your classic German. He eats everything with a knife and a fork.
Well, yeah. Mandarin number 5, level 2 on Rocket Lab, Bruce. $6. Here it is, $5.99, $6 right now on Rocket Lab. 2.9 million. We're hitting 6 on your Rocket Lab. Look at that. GameStop 18.31, just off 6 cents. Splayer ME is running, and I wish you all a really great, healthy, enjoyable start to the new year. Learn from Uncle Bruce, kids. Then there are not a lot year endings ahead with full-time, part-time job. Right on, Splayer. Yeah, soon you'll be just managing your money. Not a lurker. Hot dog at Costco. You took her to Costco for a hot dog for your anniversary?
You must remember that on Wednesdays he has his evening show. So it makes
I have to be for you guys, you goldies. I can't go out for dinner.
We have tonight, but probably tomorrow night we'll go out for dinner.
We'll probably go out for dinner next couple nights. Yes, we most likely will. Alberta, Uncle Bruce Like Minds. You release a video on Rocket Lab, and boom, we all make money. Is that a coincidence? Splayer, $6 print on Rocket Lab. Not a lurker. Not a lurker. The hands of Antigen. The hands of Antigen. $6 on your Rocket Lab. We're up 27 cents. 18.30 on GameStop, down 7. SoFi 10.32 unchanged. Are we about to take off on these stocks? Is this about to happen? We're up 72 on the Dow. We're up on the Dow. We're up 9 on S&P. We're up 38 on NASDAQ. It's all getting higher, greener. High of the days right now. These are the highs. 603 on Rocket Lab. Boom! Just like that. Matter of fact, Blair says, I have to drink more coffee after work on Wednesday. Not a lurker. 601. Fool of a took. Bruce, do you eat your Snickers bar with a fork and knife as well? Like a civilized person? Not a lurker. 602. I'm saying 603, 604 on Rocket Lab. Not a lurker. Fool of a took. Haha, those are serious questions. I eat my cake with a fork and knife.
Hamburgers.
I eat hamburgers with forks and knives usually. Pizza I like to eat with fork and knife.
All the regular stuff.
All the other stuff, sure. Yeah. I love using forks and knives. A chocolate bar is not really. No, not
But you're not a big chocolate
but I'm not a
either.
chocolate bar eater. Not a big no.
I am the chocolate-aholic.
DB, I bought at $7. What did you buy at $7?
So
Sofi? What did you buy Sofi? And if you did, way to go. Not a lurker. 604, Bruce. 604. Yes, 605 now. 605 on 3.25 million on Rocket Lab. It is rocketing higher. GameStop, 1829.
just couldn't help you.
Couldn't help myself. 1032 on Sofi. Alberto, he drinks his cola with his pinky in the air.
Yes, he
DB,
does.
correction, about a $7 call option on Rocket Lab.
Okay.
Buying a call option on
I
Rocket
know.
Lab.
know.
Don't really.
I know.
That's not what we do. Really. I get it, but okay. Fool of a tuck. DQ. That's the answer I was hoping for. DQ. How's my cash? How many cash secured puts does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll? Alberto DB bought or sold a cash secured put. Is Alberto is asking DB, please tell me you wrote a cash secured put at $7. You didn't buy a call option. Please tell me you're writing cash secured puts. Spare. I've missed out on $20 in Rocket Lab, but I have already the gain, so I'm fine if it's not running too much today, dude. Sorry, I can't help myself. Not a lurker, 57%. I can't help myself. Alberto, DB, we need to talk. We need to have a private chat here.
We need to have an intervention.
You have to write cash secured puts. You don't buy call options. You write cash secured put. There you go. 604 on the Rocket Lab.
Other side of the same coin.
Other side of the same coin. That's right. 605 for the high of the session on Rocket Lab. 3.35 million. Look at that thing go. Lovely. Lovely indeed, everybody. The Dow's now up 80 points. See? There you go. There you go.
What was the high of the day for SoFi?
SoFi's high of the day, 1036.
Oh, okay.
We're at 1030. We're down a penny on the day. We've been down almost all morning
now
on SoFi.
28.
Yeah, we've been down all day on SoFi.
Like, okay, I won't
Just
look at
a
it.
tiny bit, like just the tiniest sliver, just nothing. And then GameStop down to 1792. We're at 1830 now on GameStop. It's coming on 606 on Rocket Lab, new high. It's going higher. I mean, there's, yeah, this is, it's gonna go. It's going. It's already going. DQ or just buy the paper. Not a lurker. Write contracts. DB. Sorry guys, I'm new. Don't know how to write call options. Oh, lesson number 1. Lesson number 2. Lesson number 3. DB. We're going to take you under our wing and we're going to guide you through this. Not a lurker, DB. You need to come to Discord. You need to come to Discord. Yeah, DB.
Lots of help there.
DB, what you should do, DB, is when this show's over, send me an email right here. Say, Uncle Bruce, I'm DB. Would you mind sending me a link to Discord? I'll send you a link so you can get over there and they'll guide you through. They'll take good care of you. Okay, you'll be all right. So
they'll hold your hand for the first couple of days in the playground, and then you're on your own.
Mandu number 5, 609. Beautiful on Rocket Lab. 609 is the high of the session now. Oh boy, 610 is the high of the session, up 34, 5, 6 cents. Oh my God. Not a lurker. Lesson number 1, DB. Get your butt over there. DQ, buy to open is gambling. Splair, class 2 is about writing. Class 1 is for newcomers. You got to take them both. DB, thanks. I need help. I need help. Oh, you've come to the right place. Not a lurker. Sell to open. Splair, but you need to understand the beginning is if you're new. Alberto, DB, we're here. We here are the casinos. We're not the players. We make dinero here.
That's the rule.
Yeah, we make money. We have a simple theory around this place. We make money in the markets. Alex, lesson number 2 as well. Then you'll know enough to write your first call option. Charlie, And DB, please take the first couple of classes. Dude,
Understand.
DB, how much do you have to invest? $3,000 is probably minimum you would want to start with. Don't rush into things. Stick around here and follow along. Learn the basics from Uncle Bruce's lessons.
You're a poor man.
No, not a lurker anymore. Alberto, we may not need to wait till next week. Laughing out loud. This thing is going. 610 on Rocket Lab now, up 37 cents. GameStop down a dime. SoFi up a penny. We just went green on SoFi again. 610, 611 on Rocket Lab. 3.94 million. We're rolling on Rocket Lab. It's rolling right now, guys.
Well, I'm leaving. You guys can watch it. Go to the moon.
Oh, baby.
Like a rocket.
Oh, my. You're going to take off here. Better do that right there. Let the Nautilus.
Everybody have a good.
Thank you, Auntie Jen. Yes, indeed.
Goodbye.
See you a little bit.
Bye.
We've got, what do we got here? Not a lurker is saying to, what am I doing here? I don't know what I'm doing. Here we go. DB, take your time. Not a lurker, 61%. I'm up now. Alberto, not a lurker. I hope DQ is watching my next message. Not a lurker, so proud of your son. Not a lurker's laughing out loud. Splair. And if you like it, in 3 months, you should move as good as possible into credit spreads with some earlier classes. Alex, Splair TV is correct as per usual, says Alex. DQ, also open account where you can practice with fake money called paper trading. Not a lurker. Shush, don't tell DQ. Charlie, DB, many of us had listened to Uncle Bruce for months before dealing with options. Don't rush. The classes are invaluable. Splair, the credit spreads make good cash flow before you learn about iron condors. There's that too. DB, an exciting future is coming your way if you can hang around here with us for a while. 611 now on Rocket Lab. We've touched 613, 4.1 million traded on Rocket Lab. Oh, this is good stuff. Not a lurker. DB, Thinkorswim is good. DQ, finally, Alberto is giving one of his kids love. Not a lurker is laughing out loud. 1033 on SoFi, 3 cents away from the high of the day here. Not a lurker. 612 on Rocket Lab. I see 613 now, up 39 cents. 614 up 40 cents on Rocket Lab. We're moving higher on Rocket Lab, penny after penny after penny. It's just marching. It's marching. It's marching. Alberto, the great thing about the classes is you can send Uncle B an email if you get confused. Cheapest not an advisor you will find out there. Not a lurker, laughing out loud. DQ, don't want to wake up the wife right now. Alex, bye, Jed. Splair, well, rush at least with class. Hurry up with 1 and 2. Or at least with class 2. Then you probably anyways watch class 1 and you're thinking all the way into the new year about writing options. There you go. Perfect time over New Year's to take these classes. Get started with these. Hurry up and run over to that website. Pick them up. Let's go. There you go. What else is going on here? Splair. All right. From me as well. Bye. Have a great ready weekend shopping. Everybody take care, everybody. Thank you, Splair. Alberto, I'm tucking DQ in after. Not a lurker. I'm going to tuck him in after. Not a lurker, 65%. I'm up now, 65% on my puts. There you go. Rocket Lab, 613. AI, 3036, up 31 cents. GameStop down 12. SoFi up 2 at 1034. Getting better. Not a lurker. DQ. Alberto is tucking TMI. Not sure what to think about all this. 612 on Rocket Lab. Looking very nice here. 4.25 million. 614 is the high of the session, and this thing just wants to go. It just wants to keep going, and it will. It will keep going. This stock is not going to be under 10 very long. It's going to break 10. It's going to happen. And if you've written 5s and 6s on the cash secured put side, great. Now you can take a look at maybe writing 7s. Take a look going forward. Just keep your eye on it. If it backs off, take in higher premiums. Let's go. Be writing. DQ. I'm sorry, Uncle Bruce. I'm going to stop. Splair. SoFi is moving above 1035. Alberto, don't want you to miss out on my tuxedo. 1034 on SoFi, trying to get to 35 and 36. That's the high of the session. 1036 is the high of the day. We're at 8.55 million now on SoFi. It wants to break out to highs of the session, which is nothing. We've only been up a couple of cents for the high of the day. We haven't even started yet. This should be fun. Not a lurker. This is hilarious. 609 on Rocket Lab, 1824, 1825 on GameStop, 80-point gain on the Dow, 10-point gain on S&P, 42 on NASDAQ. We're up about a fifth of a point to a quarter of a point over there. Very interesting movements here. Neato stuff. 1035 on Sofi. 1035. A penny below the high of the day. Not a lurker. Love the Bagel Familia. Turd Army later today. Brian, number 159. Good morning to all of you. 41 more thumbs ups. So Bruce has 200 thumbs ups on the session. Can I get 200 thumbs ups today? There's 196 of you here. Are you guys able to hit me up with a thumbs up, especially on you rerunners out there? Help me out on the rerun for sure. Get us over 200 today. A New Year's Eve present, that would be kind of nice. 159 thumbs ups are in the house. Thank you all so very much. It's appreciated. This is good stuff, everybody. Keep them coming in, everybody. Keep them coming in. All righty. Let's go here. We're almost done for the day here. Thank you. Thumbs ups, our currency. There you go. Thanks, Touchgrass. We've got a 609 Rocket Lab market. AI at 30.33, up 28 cents. GameStop 18.22. SoFi 10.34, 10.35. Trying to hit new highs on some of these stocks here. Very nice. 8.7 million volume on SoFi. Nothing much, but we're back. We're back to the green. SoFi going to go higher. It looks like it just wants to go higher. It doesn't want to go under 10 today. Not so far. Not yesterday and not today. Very interesting. On only 8.7 million volume, you would think with very little volume, it would drop off. It's not. It's going a little higher again. That's kind of telling to me. It's telling me we're going a lot higher than this. We're going to go a lot higher than this. Oh, man. Thank you, Guy. There we go. DB, I got your email. I'll get you a link here after I get off the air. You just hang in there, pal. You just hang in there. Fantastic stuff. And thank you, all of you who are saying hi to me on emails, and those of you who are popping by. Amandu number 5. Neat. Right on. DB. Uncle Bruce, I just sent you an email requesting a Discord. I'll get to you right after the show. You betcha. We'll get you that link, and then you can head over there to hang out with the kids. Good stuff. Very, very interesting session here. It's quiet, but it's generally higher, and that's kind of telling to me. There be money on the sidelines looking to come in here. 10.32 on SoFi, unchanged. 18.22 on GameStop, down 15 cents. AI up 32, and Rocket Lab is up 33 cents at 606, and we are going to go higher on that Rocket Lab. No doubt about it. Yeah. Oh, fun. Not a lurker. Keep your same name, DB, on Discord. Keep your same name. Zed. Neat. Hector. Neat. The knee emojis from the Knights of Knee are showing up. DQ. Okay, I got 2 more thumbs ups added from other accounts. Bruce, your thumbs up numbers are going to continue to surge higher. Thank you all very much for helping out on the thumbs up numbers. 165 now are in the house. We need 35 more, and we've got 200 thumbs ups for the day. Zed Estate, these knees are for manager. Neat. There you go. Knee emojis, everybody. Here we go. The Knights of Knee must be honored. We cannot ignore the Knights of Knee. Neat. Must bring enderberries. We must honor the Knights of Knee. Respect them, or they will hurt you. Don't get caught without respecting the Knights of Knee. Thank you all. Thank you all for being here. Hearts to all of you out there. Thank you for another great day and a great month this month and a nutty, crazy year. The Knights of Knee, says Hector. Zed Estate for GameStop. Bagel Time and Neat Beach Boy. Neat. Hector, I want a shrubbery. Brian, neat. There you go. DQ, I'm bringing a fish. Not a lurker. Beach Boy, send an email to Uncle Bruce where we can get you on Discord laughing out loud. Karin, neat. Gotta love it. Happy faces. Party time. Thank you all for being here and joining us again today. Fantastic stuff. DB, my Discord name is different. We'll see if I can change it or create create a new one if needed. Thanks again, everyone, for your help. Splair, happy to run into neat emojis 2024. Neat. We'll be here tomorrow. Denny Schreibler is here. Neat. Right on, Denny's. Fantastic. Here come the Knights of the neat emojis. DQ, Uncles, can you set your name just for our server? You don't need a new one. DB, you can set your name just for our server. There you go, everybody. Not a lurker. Last day tomorrow for 2023. That's right, tomorrow's the last day of the year for trading. Not a lurker. What a year this has been. It's a big turnaround year for a lot of you. Big turnaround year for a whole bunch of you here. Congratulations, all of you. Keep up the great work. Thank you for joining me all this year. Thanks for becoming Gold Bagel members, Chilling with Uncle Bruce members, subscribers, thumbs uppers and subscribers and members and everything. Thank you all for taking classes, doing the one-on-ones when you can. Great to visit with you guys. Have a great night. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you guys here tomorrow as we have more fun, trying to make some do-re-mi moolah, okay? 10:34 on Sofi. It's trying to go. There you go. Thank you, guys. Fabulous. Alrighty, there it is. We're done. Larry, neat. Well, Beach Boys laughing. It's all good. Stephen Butler, neat. There you are, guys. Have a great rest of your day, all. See you tomorrow. And we'll kind of take it from there. Beach Boy, see you a little later. Okay, guys, take care. Bye for now.